5 seconds to go. Sir, I am a great believer in the public sector, and I have often said in this house that public ownership can take many forms, that it is not necessary for us to think in the old terms of complete nationalization. The British Labour Party has on this question done a great deal of hard thinking, and I would therefore say that it is a little disappointing to find that the returns from our public sector concerns are on the low side. Actually, I do not think that the public sector concerns should be condemned for that reason. They are new to their jobs. What about the returns that the private sector concerns give in the first few years of their existence? But we should have a high standard of efficiency in our public sector concerns, and we should make them yield good returns. If that is done, it will be possible for us also to reduce the burden of taxation on all classes of the community. I do not say that the public sector concerns should be run from a commercial point of view only. Profit is one of the things they are meant to yield. I would, in this connection, say that I would like our employees, I mean the poorer classes of our employees, to be associated in some way with the management of our public sector concerns. So far as our private sector undertakings are concerned, I have been thinking in terms of co ownership. I think I said this last year, and perhaps I am repeating it again. I think our employees should be made, or rather, they should be regarded or should be given the status of shareholders, and they should have a voice in the management of the concerns they are running. They should have a voice in selecting the directors who shall run the concerns for the country. They should have the opportunity to rise to positions of managerial importance in the concerns with which they are connected. I think it is in some such way that we shall avoid the evils of what may be called bureaucratic socialism and give content to the shape of socialism, which gives initiatives, which gives opportunity, and which gives a sense of importance and dignity to the common man. Therefore, our efforts should be to eliminate gradually the distinction between the employee and the employer. My point of view and the point of view of the honorable member are so different that we can only meet socially outside. Now, Mr. Vice Chairman, much has been said about foreign capital or and foreign technical aid. There are people who are opposed to the employment of foreign capital at all. But no country has been able to do so. We should, however, be able to employ foreign capital without strings attached to them as we are doing today. So far as foreign technical aid is concerned, we cannot dispense with it. I would like to say that there is a tendency in our country to be content with the second best or the third best. I think that is an unfortunate tendency we have in the world of technology and in the world of science. A great deal to learn from foreign countries. We have to learn a great deal from the United States of America and the Soviet Union, and also from France and other countries, and we should be humble in our approach towards this problem. We should be prepared to give to our managerial staff opportunities of acquiring technical knowledge and technical skill in these countries. I will finish in less than a minute. There is this question which has assumed great importance, namely the question of price control. I know this subject raises some difficult questions. We have to consider the position of the farmer who has been exploited for ages by the people of the cities, but we have also to think of our people in the cities, all of whom are not rich. Many of them have to lead very humble lives and have the rise in prices, the rise in the cost of living, particularly in urban areas, is becoming very high. It is therefore necessary for us to have some system of price control. We should have a price stabilization board which should be able to regulate prices in such a manner that they are fair to the farmer and they are also fair to the consumer in the towns. We should eliminate as far as possible the middleman. Then I should like to say that I am glad that the finance minister has given up deficit financing, but the question which arises is how we shall finance our fourth 5-year plan. Methods must be discovered which would enable the financing of the fourth 5-year plan in such a manner as to provide the greatest possible employment to our people. We must attach importance not only to our basic industries and to our heavy industries but to others also. Stop.